begin. Come walk in my shoes. I done paid all my dues. I got something to prove. All in, nothing to lose. Right now a new day starts. Woke up my brave heart. Stand up and play my part. Like the crowd waves start. Been patient long enough. Not waiting, I'm bossing up. Life is like a
And welcome in, everyone, to the SECU Arena, where tonight the Baltimore Blast take on the Utica City Football Club in MASL Indoor Soccer. Paul Mittermeier alongside Andrew Primrose on the call tonight, and a good one for you to start the 2019-20 season as the Blast and Utica City. What a great rivalry this has become in the MASL. Last time we were convened together, Utica City had completed an impressive 12-9 victory here at SECU Arena, but the Blast went back to Utica. They won 7-3 in game 2. They knocked Utica City out of the playoffs with a 2-1 golden goal victory in the golden goal game, and moved on to really just a disappointing loss to Milwaukee 2-1. It ended the Blast's run at a 4-peat. It stopped them at 3 straight championships. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Wave, who will try to defend their MASL championship this year. For the Blast, it's similar faces. Not too many changes for Baltimore, as Andrew Hoxie, Vinny Dantas up front. We will see Tony Donatelli on the back line for the Blast here, but Jonathan Mello, the leading scorer, he's back as well. And Andrew, a different story for Utica City, a much different team that we see here in 2019-2020.
You mentioned the loss to Milwaukee being disappointing for the Blast. How does it feel to be Utica City? Going all the way back to their origins as Syracuse Silver Knights, they cannot get past the Blast in the Eastern Conference Finals. However, the arrangements of the divisions, however it's worked, Baltimore and Utica/Syracuse have had to meet, and Utica/Syracuse have not gotten past. I got a chance to talk to Ryan Hall before the game, and he said, look, our goal is to win championships. They got a first-class organization now. They're doing things right. To win a championship, they have to get past Baltimore. They thought they were going to do it. They won the regular season championship finally on a tiebreaker. They come to Baltimore, they win the first playoff game, and then they lose 2 games in a row at home. They don't sit tight. 2 faces that have been mainstays for that Syracuse Silver Knights/Utica City team gone. Ubi Parapovic moved on. Joey Tavernisi moved on. Both the new teams here, and the guys replacing him, there's a lot of reason to be excited if you're a Utica City fan. Christian Segura coming over from San Diego Sockers. Of course, Blast fans will remember him. 2 state championship games, they had to face off against him, the strong forward. You have Moy Gonzalez coming over from Rio Grande. He's going to be very strong. And then a guy we won't see tonight, but Diego Zuniga, who Blast fans will remember played here. Guy's going to be fantastic on the front line for the Utica City football team. He's going to do some great things. He can't play tonight, waiting some visa issues. The Blast, of course, lost their big offseason acquisition, Victor France, to visa issues as well. So we won't see those players. But yes, a vastly different face for Utica City. Still some of those core players back. You'll see Jake Schindler there, Liam Callahan, Darren Toby, Salas not playing tonight. And of course the big guy, Bo Yellowback in the front, and Andrew Coughlin in goal for Utica City.
And some changes here when you come to the Blast games. A brand new intro video. You just heard the drum they'll bang during the games here. And when somebody goes to the sin bin here tonight, we'll hear the gong as well. And we'll talk about that during the broadcast. You know, you mentioned some of the players for Utica City, but and don't forget about Bo Yelovitz as well, who's kind of the catalyst for them up front, and real good on the back line as well. Raymond Bordeaux, Darren Toby, Logan Roberts is a guy that's had some big games against the Blast as well. So Utica City still brings a lot of firepower into this one. You talked about the 2 big signings, and we'll have to wait and see. You mentioned Zuniga, who was really good when he was here in Baltimore. He's going to have to wait for his visa to clear. And then the Blast are very excited about Victor France and what he can add to this team offensively.
Yeah, the Blast is playing shorthanded tonight, not only with Victor France being out, but of course one of the best defenders in the league, and Adriano Dos Santos on assignment, as they say, playing in Paraguay in the Beach World Cup for the U.S. national team, and that's going to be a big miss. He's going to miss this game and the game on Sunday for the Blast. He will return. He's still on the roster, but of course represent the nation, so missing him tonight.
Shout out to Adriano if he's watching tonight, along with probably Lucas Roque down there in Paraguay, right?
2 guys we miss.
The best matchup you might see in the league tonight in the goal as well is William Vanzella in between one side of the pipes for the Blast, and Andrew Coughlin, who's just been outstanding for Utica City on the other end as well. So great goalkeeper matchup here tonight between these 2 teams.
One new face that we can keep an eye on is that number 14 on the back line, starting on defense tonight. That's Kalu. He's wearing number 14. You'll see the jersey Quito on the back there. He was a guy that came on in the middle of the season. The Blast, if you remember last year, struggled a little bit in that mid-season. They were working new faces in, and they were trying to get to a place where they were in the playoff position. They were ready to go, and it ended up working out. And now you see Kalu here starting the season opener on the back line.
Players getting sorted out here for the Blast. Quick change here. Jamie Thomas will come off. Maybe an equipment issue with him. Juwan Pereira steps on to start for the Blast. Players are ready to go here in Baltimore.
I don't know what that was. That's interesting. It doesn't look like he's getting something worked on. I don't know if that was a reporting issue.
Now the fake ball down the field. Yelovitz starts it off for Utica City.
Oh, we're back.
We're back. Quick ball towards the box. That's blocked away. Dantas grabs that for the Blast. Out comes Baltimore. Ball clear to the far corner. Good clear there by Coughlin to come off his line. Forces Donatelli to field back in the Blast end. Turnover at the yellow line. Quick turnaround by Callahan. And the Utica City Football Club will attack again.
And you see guard and Bo Yelovac, probably one of the biggest acquisitions the Blast had all year, and that was getting a healthy Daniel Peruzzi back. Guy was just rounding into form, tore his ACL, and I think we're going to see big things from him.
Chance now, quick shot, that's wide. Good shot there from Momo. Loose ball, Vitali in the corner, that's blocked away by Vanzella. He comes sliding out to make the foot save. Forces Utica City back. On the foot of Jake Schindler.
William not happy to have to face a couple chances like that early, uncharacteristic for the Blast to allow early pressure.
Miscommunication here. Schindler forces Momo back into his own end. Now a long ball down the field just in front of the yellow line. No three line there.
Whoa. Saw that differently from up here?
Well, referee was standing right on the yellow line, Andrew.
We saw that differently from up here.
Blast possess. They do this a lot through William Vanzella. Pereira directing traffic. Now William with some time and space clears to the Utica City side. Here's Thomas. And now Mike Diesel.
We'll have to figure out what happened there on the start there. I think maybe just Jamie wasn't listed on the starting lineup and you have to follow. I'm not sure there.
Pereira one-on-one. Vitali cuts him off. Good ball for Rayleigh, who overlaps down the wing. Cut off. And the Blast will keep possession. One of the big challenges here on this field is possession of the ball and not turning it over, because turnovers lead to instant offensive scoring opportunities. Diesel now, far side Pereira. Gonzalez over there with the D. Now Rayleigh, quickly for Hoxie. Now back for Mello with some space. Mello, a quick shot, that's blocked away. Good job by Schindler that time. Thomas keeps it alive.
Rayleigh had a good run there. Andrew couldn't find him.
Quickly Peruzzi off the bench for Hoxie at the target forward. Mello, quick touch, far side. Here's Rayleigh. Now Peruzzi with it. Real good possession time here to start this game for the Blast. Sharp to start things in 2019-2020. I think Danny Kelly loves this. Donatelli to the corner. NDI uses the body to win the ball. Foul called, though. They say too physical on Jake Schindler, and it'll be Utica City ball.
That's a lot of beef going at each other right there. And Blast running out 3 point forwards there with some size now. Andrew Hoxie and NDI, they call him Bo. He's really just tall, strong, physical forward that's going to round into form for this team.
Well, NDI pretty impressive in his rookie season. I think his temperament, his mentality maybe needs to improve. We'll see how he matures as a player here. But he's a very physical forward.
That's the word. It's maturity. He's got to figure it out. He has the physical talent to be a strong player in the league, and he's got 2 guys to watch in front of him in Vinny Dantas and Andrew Hoxie to learn how to do it right.
Yelovitz out of the corner, quick shot, that's off the crossbar. Darren Toby runs it down for Utica City and quickly onto the foot of Ben Raymond.
Bordeaux almost had the opening goal of the season there, just a couple inches over the crossbar.
Callahan leaves it for Toby. Marked by NDI. Here's Logan Roberts. Down the wing for Yelovitz. Bo with a nice job using the body to shield Kalu.
So at this point, we think that Utica City is just going to publish a different pronunciation of his name in the media guide every year.
Well, I'm just calling him.
We're going with Yelovitz because it's in the media guide this year.
What does it say right there?
It says Yelovitz. We're going to go with it.
All right.
Gonzalez with the shot, skies it. That's what we're going with, Paul. We're going to follow the media guide every year.
Hey, Gary St. Hours here in the arena is going to call him Yelovac. I know that. I mean, Gary's not going to change, but I'm gonna go by what they tell me to go by. Distribution for Vanzella. Dantas flicks it back out. Nice settle by Diesel. And the Blast will set up shop.
We see first shift on Juan Gama comes on, number 90 tonight. That was around the Blast last year, stepping on, getting his first minutes tonight.
Blast play it back out. Rayleigh fakes a shot.
Rayleigh looks a little leaner this year. A little smoother off the ball, running around. Of course, put up a career high 8 points last year from the defense.
Diesel can't find Dantas. It rolls around the turn.
Now,
Coughlin.
Mike does not look leaner.
No, he does not.
Mike spent this summer in the weight room, and the winter, and the fall.
And the spring. Here's Yelovitz. Plays it away from Diesel. Toby now, marked by Dantas. Good post up by Yelovitz.
That's a matchup we saw a lot last year, is Diesel and Yelovac working together on each other.
We're just going to basically call them
we're going to go whatever.
Okay. Very good.
I will try Yelovitz. I will try.
Here's Coughlin now.
You know what? We're going to ask him. We're going to ask him and see if we can get it straight from him.
There you go. Go down to the locker room and ask Bo what he wants us to call him.
I think we're going to wait to see what the score is before we do that.
Segura cut off by Pereira, but a good give and go here. Segura with a nice touch, 2-on-1. Shot blocked and into the hands of Vanzella. Nice work defensively there by Pereira.
How about the communication between Juan Pereira and William Vanzella to know where to go on that 2-on-1 opportunity and work off each other? Fantastic. Those guys know what they're doing.
Rayleigh and Vanzella exchange passes so the Blast can change up ahead. They try to thread it for Hoxie, but that gets deflected into the hands of Coughlin. Now Andrew Hoxie, guy that really struggled during the regular season last year for the Blast, near steal by the Blast. But Hoxie really came on in the playoffs, was maybe the Blast MVP. Oh, deflection there, and Vanzella holds on. Hoxie maybe the MVP of the playoffs for the Blast last year, as he came on strong after battling injuries all season and was a key component to getting the Blast to the Eastern Conference Championship.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say he struggled last year. He fought through injury the entire season. He's a guy that wasn't healthy the entire year. Vinny Dantas not healthy the entire year. And the two of them kind of rounded into form come playoff time. But yeah, absolutely. What he did in the playoffs was lights out, and he's done that his whole career. The guy showed up when the lights are on.
Here he is now on the far side. Gonna play it back out. Hoxie in the playoffs, goal in game 1 against Utica City, or excuse me, an assist in game 1 against Utica City, then 2 goals and an assist in the 7-3 win, and then he had one of the goals in the Golden Goal game, and then a goal against Milwaukee, the only goal the Blast scored against the Wave in their 2-1 loss. And Hoxie actually had the ball on his foot, had a chance to tie that game. It was just inches away in the fourth quarter.
Here's a turnover.
A steal by Donatelli, but nice job by Bordeaux to block it and keep Coughlin clean as Andrew was off his line near midfield.
Great article in the Baltimore Sun highlighting Andrew Hoxie, discussing the start of the season. Glenn Graham, Baltimore Sun writer, just a beautiful portrait of it. And he talked about, with Andrew Hoxie, almost that sense of disbelief when they had the ball on their foot at the end of the game. As the ball works through there, Donatelli will try and clear it. Hoxie gets it and pushes it out. But that sense of disbelief that came forward when it didn't go in.
Yeah.
How many times in a row had the Blast had that same opportunity and scored? I mean, 17 seconds left down in Mexico. Somehow, some way, Adriano willed that ball into the goal. And it was like, okay, we're just going to do this every year.
They just expect it, right?
And when it didn't happen, when it didn't work in Milwaukee, it was almost that sense. I know I felt it as a fan watching the broadcast of, wait, we scored those. And it didn't happen this year. Now the Blast are having to come from behind. They're the hunter instead of the hunted.
Gonzalez in the midfield.
I mean, they're not even defending conference champions.
Right. Momo.
I kind of got the feeling being around the team a little bit in the preseason. They enjoy that feeling.
Good save by Vanzella. Ball knocked away, foul called. They're going to rule the ball was in Vanzella's hands when Gonzalez came through and kicked it away. So it'll be a distribution for William.
I'm actually shocked. Usually when William's like a punter in football. Somebody gets within a 3-foot bubble of him, he does not enjoy it. Surprised his reaction there.
Foul called here on Dantas as Schindler goes down. Quick restart. Good distribution. Ball off the boards. An easy play for Vanzella. Quick distribution, cut off by Raymond. Nice play there. Good one-touch soccer, and Schindler settles it for Utica City.
You know, we haven't even mentioned the biggest offseason acquisition the Blast made. We've been looking at it the whole game. We haven't talked about it once. Look at this beautiful new turf.
Oh, the turf is
unbelievable.
Installed and is looking good.
Gorgeous. No seams to trip over. It's flat. The ball rolls. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Toby off the boards. That got Benzel got a hand on that one. Good move here. Shot and a goal. The opener by Utica City as Segura puts it home, and the Utica City Football Club leads it 1-0.
Well, there's the acquisition, the trade for Ubi Parapovich, sending him out to San Diego, and Christian Segura steps in. Beautiful left-footed blast, and we'll see here on the replay.
Now Segura, nice finish there from the top of the box.
Right.
9:36 the time of the goal.
And that'll be the media timeout as well, as we hadn't had a stoppage under 8 minutes.
Here's the replay. Quick flick by Mello, but then a nice touch here, and then the left foot. Great finish by Segura. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1, 2, 5:24 left here in the first quarter. It's Utica City 1, the Blast 0. Back with more. You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington.
If you don't think Jack can put you in a brand new Toyota, then you don't know Jack. Yes!
Drive home a new 2020 Toyota Corolla LE for only $169 a month. Say yes to a 2020 RAV4 for $229 a month. Or a 2019 Highlander LE for only $279 a month. Plus, Jack says no payments until next year. Do you know Jack?
Yes!
Back to Baltimore. Blast trail at 1-0. Blast have possession. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Trying to even the score here against Utica City. Go back to last year. What a great season series it was. Utica City dominated early. Actually beat the Blast for the first time that anybody's ever come into SECU Arena. They dominated a 9-1 win. And that win was the key to them winning the season series on goal differential.
Yeah, that was absolutely a domination. And the Blast not used to that, as we see a chance there. Juan Pereira put it across the front, but Hoxie couldn't finish it. Now he's going to send it across. Donatelli taken down. No call. Andrew Coughlin falls on it. Wow, no call there on Tony Donatelli, getting wrecked from behind as he was in possession to receive it.
Good chance for the Blast. Schindler was the defender initially that kept it off the line and saved the goal for Utica City. So,
oh, man. Best opportunity so far for the Blast, unable to capitalize.
Here's Coughlin. Down the wing, good touch. 3-line violation on Andrew Coughlin. That ball never got like more than 5 inches off the ground.
It's just
it still traveled 3 lines.
The nature of playing on this field, and that's a shame. And I was actually going to play Coughlin a compliment earlier that he did such a good job. It's just tough. I mean, even William Vanzello plays all his home games here, still getting used to that.
Diesel runs through. Back heel. Peruzzi, that's blocked. I'll play it back. Is it 3 lines going backwards?
That was pretty close.
I think it was.
I talked to Daniel Peruzzi. Now, I guess that would have been the deflecting team, not the person that took the shot, right? That should have been another 3-line on.
It should have been.
Yeah.
I mean, he kicked it 3 lines just the wrong way.
Right. I talked to Daniel Peruzzi and how excited he is to be back. And
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet.
I mean, it's incredible. The guy worked his rear end off in rehabbing. But to get out there and that leg on restarts, he's put some electric shots on goal, and I know he was looking forward to letting one rip there.
Athletic play by Rayleigh. Ball goes around the turn, and Coughlin doesn't quite get there for him. Nice play by Hoxie to keep it alive. Well, and that's a nifty left foot to get it out of his own end.
I think Hoxie saved him a handball, actually, as I think Coughlin was reaching for it, knowing pressure was coming. And Hoxie, with those long legs, stepped across him. Might have helped out Andrew Coughlin. And we see this a lot every time Utica City plays. Coughlin has to run up across that yellow line. He plays almost now. Remember, he's trapped at midfield, so he can only stay in that box. So only until the fourth quarter can he cross midfield. A rule change last year.
Foul called on Yelovitz before the goal. Yelovitz called for holding the jersey.
I'm waiting for Yelovitz to be called a foul called on Yelovitz where he's like, okay, I agree.
Well, no Adriano Dos Santos tonight. We saw the battles between those two.
That's a disappointing one to see that. 4 games these two teams will play, and 2 of them Adriano's going to miss, as those two had some fun scrums. There's Raley.
Good touch by Raley, but Coughlin right there. You know, getting back to Peruzzi for a second, you want to talk about a guy that was a key in the Blast third championship run. Ball hits Yelovitz in the head, and then Schindler puts it into the crowd.
It's the head of the building there as he skied it way high. So you're talking about Peruzzi and being the key to the playoff runs.
Third championship run, Daniel Peruzzi was a big factor in that run. And then they lost him last year to injury. Good ball here for Pereira. Joan settles. Takes a funky bounce off the boards and a nice read by Gama there to get it for the Blast.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing when you can look back if you win 3 championships in 4 years and the run that they've had, and to say what might have been. But if you look at the guys that were out, the guys that we've had injured, Lucas Roque, going out and missing a year and stepping away from the Blast. I mean, there's so much opportunity. That core of that team, really.
Well, just done a great job of always being able to integrate young players to a veteran roster. Schindler goes down. Quick distribution for Gama on the far side.
Well, it's next man up, it's reload, and that's what you're seeing from Utica City. I mean, I think a lot of the things that Utica City is doing is building a franchise the right way, and they're emulating that model. So we see a ball deflected in, and Coughlin jumps on top.
Segura with the goal, and then the nice defensive play there as he was able to chest it down to his keeper.
But if you're Utica City and you watch Ubi Perovic and Tavernisi walk away, and you just replace them, next man up.
Good block there by Kalu. This ball into the box. Chested back for Vanzella by Mello. Vanzella lifts it towards the corner. Dantas fights the double team. Donatelli with some help. Ball still loose. 40 seconds to play. I'm going to have a drop ball here as 4 different players had a foot on it in the corner. It was stuck up against the boards.
Great job by Jamie Thomas to win that drop. And Vinny will take it. Chance for the Blast to put a ball in the net here.
Dantas batters Mello. Dantas called for the foul, holding foul here. As he tried to impede Utica's defender to get Mello to the ball. Now with 34 seconds left, Utica City with the restart. Free kick in their own end. Plenty of time in this arena.
It's enough time for 2 goals here.
We've learned.
We've seen it.
10 seconds is an eternity in this arena.
Looks like Utica's going to be content with trying to get one more chance.
Yelovitz in the corner. 10 seconds left. Plays it back out for Darren Toby. 5 to go. Toby around Dantas. Ball blocked nicely by Diesel. 2 seconds, 1, that'll do it. So after 1 quarter of play, Utica City the only goal of the game as Christian Segura scores that one for Utica City. And they lead it over the Blast 1-0 after 1 quarter of play. Back with more after the break. You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Our country has changed over the last 80 years. At Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, we're not just embracing this change, we're driving it in our own backyard. As a local not-for-profit, we're tackling some of the region's biggest health challenges and making care more accessible for you by providing access to digital tools, transforming healthcare for over 3 million of your neighbors, forging new paths to live fearless. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Welcome back to Baltimore. After 1 quarter of play, Utica City leads the Blast by a score of 1-0. Christian Segura with the goal, the 9:36 mark of the first quarter. First quarter stats, Utica City out shooting the Blast 7-5, blocking the Blast 3-2. 2 fouls on Utica City, 3 fouls on the Blast. I think 2 of those 3 fouls on Vinny Dantas, so we'll keep an eye on that. And 4 saves for William Van Zella and 2 saves in that first quarter for Andrew Coughlin. And here we are again in the small arena, Andrew, and it's a 1-0 game after 1 quarter of play. Is a good possession time, good chances, but just 1 goal.
Yeah, I mean, this is the pattern now. We the first year we expected it, okay, every game's going to be 20-17, and then we saw it just doesn't work that way. How much of that is the Blast system and how they play, and how much of that is just you can't get the space to get the scoring opportunities? We're not sure.
I think as we've gone along, teams have learned that you just put bodies in front of the net, and with the angles, it's hard. Once you get those bodies in front of the net, it's hard to score because there's not a lot of angles to score from.
Yep, absolutely.
Because of the field size.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's kind of counterintuitive to what you would think.
Right.
You know, after 2 years and a start to a third year, I think we've said this is a pattern.
Blast to the corner. Ball comes free off Callahan and Coughlin right there. Good distribution for Yelovitz.
Weird bounce there that it took.
Oh, nice leave there for Schindler. Ball comes off the boards and out come the Blast, Jamie Thomas. Thomas off the boards, but Roberts reads that play and steals it in front of Joan Pereira, and Utica City possesses here as we start the second quarter. Darren Toby now at the yellow line. Quick changes for Utica City. Segura back on the field for Utica City. Now Coughlin across into the midfield. Quick shot here off the post. That's a good drive by Gonzalez. Well meant, but off that far post. Run down by Bordeaux.
New guys making their presence felt here. This was almost a second goal from a new player.
Coughlin with a nice touch around the board. Stolen. Here's NDI. NDI shot, save Coughlin. It ricochets off of NDI, and Andrew Coughlin sharp there to keep the Blast off the board.
NDI with the long legs uses his size to win possession, gets a shot off, and Coughlin just great position, body control, patience in that situation, not running out too far. As Kalu's got some space.
Kalu shot through the 5-hole and a goal! Kalu opens the account for the Blast.
Well, you saw him make that move and create this space, and once he did that, it was just Andrew Coughlin alone in space, and he had the bravery to go 5-hole and scored the goal. As here you'll see the move right here, back across, creates a space, and just 5-hole. I mean, that's just beautiful. Coughlin trying to make himself as big as possible, but once Kalu makes that move and creates that space, it's pretty hard to stop him.
Kalu coming right off the bench, onto the foot, into the back of the goal. Just like that, we're tied at 1.
So Kalu making the most of the opportunity to start tonight. Adriano dos Santos down in Paraguay. And Kalu.
Loose ball goes through the box.
Diesel with a hockey save. Barrel roll.
Here's Schindler. Coughlin retrieves. Pressure by Donatelli. Raymond with some space. Good ball cross field. Tough settle there by Momo. Vanzella now with the distribution. Donatelli to the box. Oh. Peruzzi now. Good cut by Mello. Mello for Peruzzi. Shot. Oh, just wide. And the Blast will regroup. Dantas couldn't load up the first time. And then Peruzzi went just wide. Here's Dantas again. Good target play. That's a good defensive play by Schindler to kick it away. Kalu back on the field now. Dantas working hard. Blast in the middle of a line change. Gama on and Pereira on along with Rayleigh now and Kalu. Dantas stays on up front. Ball for Vinny again. Tries to control in the corner, good steal. It's a heads up defensive play, that time by Momo. Now Utica City has it taken away. Roberts tries to steal from Pereira. And now good ball by William Vanzella. Here's Dantas. Marked by Schindler. And then he turns. Double team comes. And he'll distribute back for Pereira. Nice job there by Dantas to keep possession before he came off.
He had the opportunity to try and make some space for himself up front. Couldn't do it, but kept possession, and that's the name of the game for the Blast.
Diesel for Hoxie. Another quick double team. Hoxie keeps it moving. Ball's loose, and they'll call a foul here on Diesel. It's much like Vanzella in the first quarter. Coughlin looked like he had it, and Diesel kicked it out of his hands.
Now, are they calling that a foul or just a stoppage? Because he was signaling the ball was in the grass. So I'm not sure if they're going to call it a foul. Okay, all right.
A good job by Gonzalez to create space. Rayleigh runs him off the ball. Forces Utica City to regroup.
I didn't think they called the foul in the first on Utica City. I thought they just called a stoppage. So.
Distribution by Coughlin, stolen away now. Here's Pereira using his speed. Pereira through, they'll say play on, as he was spilled.
They'll get the
with
chance.
a good run through. Hoxie steals. Hoxie uses the body. He's run off finally by Gonzalez.
Pereira's hurt.
You have to finally call a foul. Pereira down on the ground.
No foul called, just the injury as he was taken down a second time.
Away from the ball.
Here we'll see the replay. So the foul called here, they're going to say he got ball, which I disagree with here.
That should have been a foul, right?
I absolutely agree. Now he comes over here and then spilled there. I don't know if that one's a foul. I think that's just hard contact as he goes down, but clearly the first one in my mind.
The first tackle should have been a foul and possibly could have been 2 minutes.
Oh, and then you had the question, was he the last person in the goal?
Right.
As he was clearly on a run. But either way, referees didn't see it, and the referee, to his credit, in the right position. You mentioned before in the yellow line pass. It's hard to challenge when they're there 3 feet away, and that's when the referees are running and hustling, getting in the right position. That's all you can ask for from an official. So
well, Pereira's up. Looks like he's going to be okay. And is this an official timeout? I think Danny Kelly's drawing plays up.
No?
No, I don't think so, right? No,
they just
no
stepped over.
timeout.
All right, yeah, it should be inside the 8.5-minute mark, but ordinarily you're not allowed to go over to the bench there. I wonder who was watching substitutions there, but.
What? They would substitute? No, they wouldn't do something like that.
Okay, either way.
We'll start here with Utica City. Schindler plays it back for Coughlin. And around Donatelli. Raymond back for Bordeaux.
High pressure from the Blast as Andrew Hoxie and Tony Donatelli run around. And it looks like early on Tony's playing on the midfield forward position, not playing on the back line.
You know, Tony's not really playing defender right now. They've got Kalu and Thomas on the field. So Donatelli pressuring from the second forward position. Thomas makes the steal. Here comes Jamie Thomas. Quick shot just wide. Thomas tried to go far post. Just missed. Coughlin had it pretty covered.
Well, I will say this. The Blast early on last year struggled with getting shots off. They kept possession. They couldn't turn that into shots. That's not been the case so far. They've had 3 shots that easily could have gone in addition to their goal. Here's a run by Thomas.
Around the defender. Quick shot. That's saved by Coughlin as he showed the near post and then took it away. Heads up play there. Ball goes all the way down the floor, and Vanzella has it now.
Right? A shot on goal, and all of a sudden it's on the other goalie.
I just didn't know where the ball went. I thought there was a Utica City player on the near side. It wasn't. Just came all the way down the boards. Oh, Vanzella had to get across the yellow line. Turnover, shot, and a goal. Well, Vanzella had to cross the yellow line for fear of a 3-line pass, and when he did, it got deflected. And when it got deflected, it came through, and a great finish from behind the midfield stripe.
We'll see on the replay.
Utica City takes the lead.
I think that was Liam Callahan that stepped across there and forced the pressure on William because he thought he had a little more space. And we'll see here. Yes, it was Callahan. He tries to get across and just forces the bad pass. And Bo Yelovich, I mean, to his credit, that's a great shot.
Yelovich with the right foot.
Yelovich. We'll just call him Bo. Let's just say Bo. So, I mean, that's
5:32 time of the goal. Now we get a
ball out of bounds.
Out of play. We're going to get a restart here for the Blast, but not at top of the arc. And Pereira on the far side.
Yeah, look at Peruzzi over top. There it is.
Oh, what a bullet. Peruzzi from long range. We're tied at 2.
So he told me he was going top left the first goal. I couldn't say it first, but he told me he was going top left on the goal in the restart.
Why couldn't you say it?
Well, he said he was going top left. I didn't want to give it away because if he didn't do it right now,
well, you could have said it right before they did it.
Well, I didn't know if he was going to score it. He told me down there. I told him I'd tell it. Top left. He absolutely called it.
Well, Peruzzi from Pereira. There you see it. It was an absolute missile.
Think the Blast didn't miss that?
9 seconds.
Yeah,
9 seconds.
10 seconds, 2 goals. There you go. That's exactly what we talked about. He told me before the game. That's funny. Good for him. How good does that have to feel after all that rehab, after all that fighting?
No question. No question.
Home crowd against your rivals. Good for him. And he's a good guy, too. I mean, that's the thing. You enjoy seeing him get the success he deserved. He worked for it.
All right, Utica City looks for the answer. Good ball here, shot by Raymond, is blocked away by Vanzella. Bordeaux keeps it alive, and Bordeaux lost something. It's on the floor. I don't know what he lost, but it's there on the floor.
I do see it.
You see it, right? I don't. Was it like a was it something on his hand?
Like
was it a tooth? I mean, what is it? It's a white object right near the yellow line. Came flying off of Bordeaux.
No.
Well, I believe
Pereira picks it up.
Pereira picks it up. There's a drive. Goes high off the boards. Roberts keeps it alive. Now, shot by Momo. That's blocked. Look at it. Look at Kalu throwing the body around down there.
I'm really impressed with the growth that he's made year over year. And seeing the minutes he's playing right now. Diesel. Too late breaking off. So he had some space. And Yelovich with a shot.
Yelovich with the nice safe shot there, and Vanzella makes the save. Coughlin with another nice outlet pass. Here's Roberts down the wing.
Man, did he come on last year. I had a great breakout season for Utica City last year. That tall frame and what he can do out there, and the speed for him. You don't expect the speed with a guy that tall, but he covers ground.
Halfway through the second quarter now, tied at 2. Goals in this quarter by Yelovich and Peruzzi, 9 seconds apart.
You're doing good staying consistent with it. I am proud of you.
That's what they teach me.
Yelovich. Coughlin on the ball. Blast have gotten away from that high pressure that they started the quarter with.
Vitale swings it far side for Darren Toby. Dantas pressures, but Vitale with a nice ball to the target forward, Yelovitz, and now Bordeaux will back things up for Utica City.
Both teams will change. Peruzzi coming back out. He wants a second one.
A nice ball by Momo. Good job by Momo to win the ball in the corner for Utica City. And they regained possession. Nice job by Utica City possessing the ball here in the second quarter.
High pressure from Hoxie, so they get back into it when he's got the shift. Raymond beats it though.
Down the wing, ball taken away by Kalu. Nifty play off the boards, and out comes Kalu 2-on-1. Kalu tries to center, never makes it for Peruzzi. Mello steals. Mello gets taken down, no call, and Coughlin gobbles it up in the box.
Well, again, Kalu making an impact with his minutes here. Great play to get possession there and put it up, and the Blast had a 2-on-1, couldn't capitalize, and here's a 3-on-2 if they hurry.
Gama's open on the far post. Nice leave here, Donatelli. He gets pushed from behind, and
absolutely.
This has to be a 2-minute penalty, right?
He's shooting. I mean, what? If you're going to call the foul, you have to call it. He's in the act of shooting.
Wow.
I mean, what are we? So don't call it then. What do you call it?
He moved the ball back another 5 or 6 feet.
Wow.
You're kidding me, right?
I don't understand it. He's taking a shot. He gets pushed from behind.
All right, so here's Mello far side with Donatelli and Dantas. Dantas hits it up into the rafters. Nice catch by the fan in the crowd. And timeout on the floor will take 1-2. 5:48 left, second quarter. Blast and Utica City tied at 2. Back with more. You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington. Welcome back to Baltimore. Blast and Utica City tied at 2. Don't forget the MASL podcast returns for the 2019-20 season. Join us as we talk to players, officials, and coaches from across the league. Here's a chance and a goal! Momo puts it home amongst the chaos in the box, and he gives Utica City a 3-2 lead. Time of the goal, 9:19. Utica City back on top, right in the middle of my read. Telling you about the MASL podcast, Momo scores. Check out MASLsoccer.com, listen to past episodes, and subscribe to the official MASL podcast on Apple Podcasts. Coughlin gets the assist, the Utica City keeper with his first assist of the year, and Utica City back on top. Here's Bordeaux. Now foul called away from the ball. Gonzalez was spilled. There's a drive just wide. There's Kalu. Run off by the double team. Still keeps it alive though. Thomas battles. Now Kalu with a good back heel. Thomas plays it. Pereira, a drive just wide. Oh, Jawan had a lot of open space and he just missed. Peruzzi now. Just missed NDI who was open. Blastar buzzing around. Looking for the equalizer here. Mello pushed off by Yelovitz. Diesel with a good follow. Diesel with the run. Now he'll back up, come back through. Peruzzi. Momo. Nifty footwork by Daniel. Quick shot. Coughlin gets a paw on that and kicks it wide. Loose ball. Mello has it. Good touch. Diesel. Space. Shot. Oh, hit the post. Mike Diesel from deep hits the post, and a foul called here as Callahan goes down. Peruzzi called for the foul. Fans do not like that call. Yelovitz in the corner. Dantas runs that down. Segura in front of Dantas clears. Mello on it. 3:50 left in the quarter. Andrews downstairs. He'll talk with Blast assistant coach David Bascom and Utica City head coach Ryan Hall at the break. had a little brain fart there. Senior moment, right? Utica City now. Toby. Gonzalez with a nice flick. That goes just high. Mello clears. Donatelli. Run off by Momo. And Utica City wins it. Nice, good physical play there by Utica City's Bordeaux to keep it alive. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez blocked by Vanzella. And William gets up looking for some defensive help. Utica City with the corner now. Segura. Half volley goes up over the bar. Three-line violation on Utica City. They finally spot it. So we'll get a restart from the yellow line for the Blast with 2:49 left in the quarter. Wait, what are they doing? Why are they putting it on the Blast yellow line?
Yeah, defensive three is what the call was? I didn't know you weren't allowed to go back with 3 lines. But I guess apparently when you do, it goes back to the back.
Yeah, but I thought it was forward, wasn't it? It was backwards?
They said they called the pass backwards.
Okay. Well, that's why.
Okay.
Oh, dangerous pass by Schindler that time. Raley keeps it alive. Thomas fights. Callahan wins the 50-50 ball. Nice little kick there, and heads up play by Schindler to leave it for Coughlin.
Yeah, really nice play by Schindler there. That could have been dangerous. Really smart and trusting his goalie to make that play.
Momo on the far side. Pressure by Pereira as Utica City swings it for Coughlin. Here he comes. Under 2 to play first half. Utica City nursing a 3-2 lead. 4 goals scored here in the second quarter. We got a good one going on here in Baltimore.
This is fun soccer. They're playing like this with all the players that are missing from both teams. And in the season opener, I just can't wait to see what this season is going to lead to.
Toby for Bordeaux, who crosses the yellow. And this ball headed away by Pereira, so we'll get a corner here for Utica City. Another restart opportunity here.
2 balls on the field. That was interesting.
believe that's Segura on the far side. Callahan's drive, that's blocked. Bordeaux to the box. Oh no, good chance back heel here. Shot and a goal. I saw that one coming. Great setup by Yelovitz there as Segura puts another one home. And 4-2 Utica City with 1:19 left. Look at this back heel by Yelovitz. And man, that's a great finish by Segura.
Jamie Thomas a little late coming down, following it through. Again, as you said, Paul, Yelovitz with the backfield pass sets it all up.
13:41 the time of the goal. The Utica City with their biggest lead of the game right here at 4-2.
1 minute left would be huge for the Blast to try and get at least one here and try and stem some of this momentum swing from Utica City.
The Blast definitely have some chances. Just been a little bit off target. Momo clears. Roberts. Utica City looking for more. Schindler. Yelovitz kind of having his way in the box here. Shot goes wide. Momo runs it down far side, 40 seconds left. Yelovitz right now dominating up front. There he is again.
Guernsey matched up on him for the first time. That's a size mismatch.
20 seconds left. Of course, Utica City really not in a hurry here. I'm sure they'll be happy to take the 4-2 lead into the half. Coughlin to the corner. Yelovitz runs on. Blast clear. 2 seconds, one. That'll do it. First half ends. Utica City leads at 4-2. Kalu got the Blast even. Then it was Yelovitz to get Utica City back on top. Peruzzi the equalizer at the 5:41 mark, 9 seconds later. But Momo and Segura scored back-to-back goals for Utica City at the end of the half. And Utica City takes a 4-2 lead into halftime. Utica City out shooting the Blast 14-11 in that first half. And let's see if we go down to the field. Andrew Primrose standing by with the head coach or assistant coach David Bascom. Andrew?
We're back here with David Bascom. David, first quarter got off 1-0, slow start offensively, exploded in the second half. What happened, or second quarter? What happened in that second quarter?
Yeah, well, because it's first game, right? And what happens with the first game, it becomes a rhythm, and the rhythm defensively and offensively. So we just got to find our rhythm. What we're finding is that, players starting to kind of, catch themselves, but we can't make those little mistakes. And one of them being you can't lose players, right? It's that second ball, yeah? So if a shot goes in, we have to be mindful of where our players are, for the second ball.
You've seen a lot of Kalu stepping up here. Adriana Santos not here playing in the World Cup. So Kalu stepping up, starting on the back line. You saw a goal from him defensively. What are you seeing from the young player?
That's a good player, and what he, possesses is very athletic. So we're going to be looking for more from him, taking players on. It's a small field. So what you're finding is that a lot of mistakes are going to be made. We have to be mindful of making mistakes in the bad areas, yeah? But now it's a good player. So we're hoping that he can, basically keep getting up and down the field.
All right, so you're seeing a lot of new players out of this Utica City franchise. As we get the band started behind us, you're seeing a lot of new players in the Utica City franchise. Segura, 2 goals there. You saw him in the championship series down in Mexico. What do you see from a player like him?
Well, these players have played the game. They have a great culture down there in Mexico. And we just got to be mindful. We're seeing these guys, for the first time. So we really have to, right away find out their, weak points, find out their strong points, and we have to capitalize on those things.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We'll see you in the second half. Good luck, Coach. Appreciate it.
Blast assistant coach David Bascom also runs the Bascom Football Leadership Academy. If you want your youngsters to be taught by the pros on and off the field, you can email at bflacademy19@gmail.com for more information. 4-2, Utica City leads over the Blast at the half. Back with more after the break You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington. All right, welcome back to Blast Soccer. Let's go down to the field. Andrew Primrose with Utica City head coach Ryan Hall. Andrew.
All right, Ryan, a good start to you guys. I know we talked before the game. You're a little short-handed here tonight. You came out 1-0 in the first quarter. I talked to David Bascom at the end of the halftime and talked about what happened in the second quarter. What happened from your perspective? You guys kind of took it over.
For us in this arena with a small stature, we just got on the end of the balls. I mean, very well, the score could have been the other way. They missed a couple of close opportunities. It's just fortunate for us in the first half that the balls went our way. However, playing here with, it could right now the game could be 12-10. By no means is Baltimore out of it, and so we gotta make sure we start out with 0-0 and we continue to move the ball and keep possession in the third and fourth.
You got a new forward just acquired from San Diego. He has 2 goals here tonight. What are you seeing from Segura in his first action for you?
He's just smooth. I mean, he's very quick, he's very intelligent, and smooth, and he doesn't make mistakes. And so on a field like this, especially of the size, it's unforgiving, and it's a game of mistakes. And so for him to be clean on the ball, it's definitely helped us and maximize, and he's very intelligent from the goal, and he puts the goal away.
All right. What did you say to you guys in the locker room as you go back out in the second half here? What did you talk about?
Same mentality. I mean, we were up big, at the playoff game, and Baltimore came roaring back. This game is not over by any means. 2 goals in this arena is absolutely nothing. It can change in the blink of an eye. So we got to have the same intensity, the same mentality, 5 guys behind the ball, limit our mistakes in the back, and capitalize in the end. But by no means is this game over.
All right, fantastic. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Nice job, Andrew. And getting ready to start second half action here. Don't forget, Soccer Sam is back this year outside of being on the team. Best way to know what's happening in the MASL is to tune in to Kick This. Every weekend, Soccer Sam discusses the ins and outs of all the MASL action. Find Kick This every Saturday at 11 a.m. That's tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on iHeartRadio. And the Blast would like to thank Miter USA for providing today's match balls. Miter, founded in Huddersfield, England, among the world's oldest sporting goods brands, starting production in 1817. Miter, a proud partner of Major Arena Soccer League, providing arena-specific match balls to both the MASL and MASL2. Here's the highlights from that first half. There's that turnover by Vanzella, that long goal by Yelovich that got Utica City back on top. Blast would tie it on the restart. Watch this absolute bomb here from Daniel Peruzzi on a nice touchback from Juan Pereira. That tied the game at 2, but from there, it was all Utica City as Bo Yelovich really established his presence on the inside. Guys, back heel here for Segura for the goal there. That made it 4-2 Utica City. And they lead at 4-2 as we start play here in the third quarter. You see Yelovich lining things up at the midfield. Utica City starts things here in the third. Yelovich, Bordeaux, Callahan, Toby, and Roberts on the field for Utica City. Darren Toby touches it back. Near steal by the Blast, and Thomas does step in and get the play. Mello for Donatelli now. Here's Dantas, who was quiet in that first half. Vinny, quick shot that's blocked. Up onto the banner, so we'll get a free kick here for the Blast along the near boards, right in front of the Blast bench. The referee will walk off the wall. Here's Mello with the one-man wall. Shot by Donatelli, and Coughlin sprawls to make that save and a quick distribution. Good header by Mello. Thomas flicks it forward. Coughlin runs that down and plays it to the far side. Doesn't commit the 3-line violation had he played there. Vanzella clears it. Kalu follows. Mello doing some nice work in the defensive end. Plays it up ahead, Thomas for Dantas. Toby fouls him, I believe. And we're going to foul called here on Darren Toby. It'll be a free kick for the Blast. Now calling it on, calling it way back in the midfield, yeah. Donatelli now as Utica City stacks 3 players at the yellow line.
What do we see here? Start the second half, Tony Donatelli in that back line.
Yep. Coach Kelly talked to us about that before the game. And now we see it, although he's still playing kind of that midfield spot too. Here's Hoxie with a turn off the board. Schindler knocks that away. Really tries to turn with the left foot, couldn't quite hit that properly, and Momo runs it down.
Not to quote Andrew Hoxie here, I think it was, really get back on the back line. I'll take the shots, please. That ball was bouncing, really solid. Took it off the foot of Andrew Hoxie. Raley gets 8 points last year. Now he's a goal scorer. He's got the taste.
Gonzalez now for Utica City, marked by Diesel. Vitali. Far side, Segura. Ball stolen away, and Schindler does a nice job covering up.
Juwan just not fast enough to take advantage of that, and he's pretty fast.
Interesting, you talked to Ryan Hall about being clean. That's really the first mistake we've seen Segura make all game. Yelovitz continues to be that solid target forward for Utica City.
Man, I just got to say, so much respect for Ryan Hall. We talked about it earlier, about the system they're building. Beyond the players, just building a system, a style of play. It's what Baltimore did for years. Milwaukee does that so well. San Diego known for that. And Utica City / Syracuse, Ryan Hall has done that with this team, and they're going to be good for a while now. He's built the system.
Yelovitz beats the double team, but now Diesel takes it away. Raley gets the deflection. Blast have possession.
Nice win by Diesel there. The Blast will get a shift change.
I thought it was interesting you talked to Ryan Hall. He said it could be 12-10 right now.
Yeah.
And he's right. I mean,
I think that's every game that's ever played here, right?
Yeah.
Ball bounces a couple inches over. But I mean, the Blast, 2 shots off the post, a couple more that went just past the post. And, William Vanzella's made 2 saves that were pretty good, too, that Utica City could have a couple goals. Segura's got space, but dishes it off to Toby.
Quick shot by Raymond, that's blocked. Oh,
Donatelli.
Here. Donatelli head of the field, one-on-one. Donatelli shoots, save by Coughlin as he denies Donatelli with the foot save.
Well, Tony's pretty frustrated with that as he couldn't get any air on that ball.
NDI double teamed, it's taken away by Bordeaux. Here's Raymond. Kalu out in front of Bordeaux. 5 players in a scrum, then Vanzella clears. Another opportunity goes by the wayside for the Blast. This time Donatelli denied by Andrew Coughlin.
Long
Gonzalez,
pass in.
kicked away by Donatelli. Foul as Kalu goes down hard in the corner. Excuse me, that's NDI in the corner that got fouled.
Mello just hit a seam there. Got a little trip. A new turf monster caught him. Kept possession.
Aren't too many of those out there.
No, it really is a nice turf. It looks so much better. I mean, the Blast, remember when they moved into this building, the field about half the size, they kept the same turf from the Baltimore Arena and just cut it down. And that was not the great surface. So the Blast investing this year in a new turf.
Foul on Dantas. Vinny again gets double teamed and ball taken away. Dantas commits the foul. Vinny's a little shaken up.
Oh, how nice is it to see him without a cast on, not an injury, healthy.
Bordeaux. Yelovitz turns. Mello gobbles that up, 3-on-3. Mello taken down, no call. Gotta be kidding me. Vanzella with the clear. Every foul that's been called on the Blast tonight for, wow. Callahan in the midfield.
Interesting to note on the back line, even with Diesel out there now, Jeremy Raley is matching up with Yelovitz on that back line there. So that's an interesting switch as early on Diesel was making that play. And now the smaller, quicker Raley will be on Yelovitz.
Peruzzi comes for the double team. Toby a drive, Vanzella blocks that.
That anticipation from Williams, seeing that ball even before it got to Toby and putting himself in position to be ready for that shot. Pace is definitely slowed here in the first couple minutes of the second quarter. It's a turnover.
Steal by Mello, nice job there. Take it away from Segura. Mello down the wing. Off the boards in front. Dantas can't get a foot on it. Schindler denies him. Peruzzi with the steal. Peruzzi for Dantas, quick touch, that's wide. Mello sets up Raley. Nice touch back from Mello. Bodies flying all over the place. Now Diesel.
Peruzzi's got a lot of room over there with Segura. If he can get a step, he can get a shot. Instead keeps possession, sends it over to Kalu.
Nice ball. Donatelli in front. Coughlin got a hand on it. Good read by the keeper.
Game's not 12-10, and a lot of that is Andrew Coughlin right now. Foul be called way late. Understand advantage, but 2 passes have been made since that. So they call the foul back behind. Juwan Pereira gets it.
There's Yelovitz again in the corner.
Kalu matched up.
To me, Yelovitz has been the best forward on the floor tonight.
Absolutely. I don't think it's a contest. But great job by the younger Kalu there to match up with him, win possession for the Blast as Donatelli comes off the back line. Mike Diesel steps back on for another shift. Hoxie has space. Matched up against Schindler, gets the ball across. Galvis there, unable to do anything, and sends it back to Pereira.
Well, Donatelli now will set up shop. Looks for Hoxie. Schindler steps in front. Clear by Coughlin. Pereira runs it down.
Didn't think that was a great pass from Juwan there. Hoxie was making the switch, trying to get position, didn't have it. I think Juwan should have been a little more patient, but they maintain possession anyway. Jamie Thomas on a run.
Well, that's a nice job by Thomas along the boards to keep possession. And Kalu matched up with Yelovitz. Kalu shot the goal! Oh, from downtown! Number 2 for Kalu, it's 4-3.
Number 2 for Kalu. As he beats Yelovitz, he might be the best forward on the field, but Kalu, the best defensive shooter on the field, as we'll see here. Donatelli makes the pass across. Kalu has some space, dribble, and a shot from the yellow line. Andrew Coughlin nowhere close to it, and Kalu has 2 goals here, stepping in for Adriano Dos Santos.
7 out on the floor, we'll take 1-2, 7:04 left in the third. Utica leads the Blast 4-3. Back with more on NBC Sports Washington.
While science has become better at treating people, we can't ever forget the importance of how we simply treat people. At MedStar Health, we get that when you need to see a doctor, you might need to see one today. Or if you need help on the weekend, you'll need an urgent care that's, open weekends. And if you need to stay home, then a video visit might be just what you need. The best of our minds, the best of our hearts. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
All right, welcome back to Baltimore. Blast trail 4-3. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams. Make sure you're following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Blast trying to get the equalizer now as Coughlin distributes. Can't find Roberts. NDI. Ball goes into the crowd off of Darren Toby. Free kick for the Blast.
NDI, a lot of effort on that shift early on, forced the turnover, then won the ball against the boards.
Raley for Diesel.
And those two have played a lot of minutes tonight.
Utica City turns up the pressure.
Haven't seen a lot of Sam Guernsey tonight. Expect to see him later in the season play more minutes on that back line. Of course, Adriano, I think we've mentioned him about 100 times now. That's about how much we miss him. And then Victor France, another Blast player that we have yet to see.
Well, I'm guessing if Adriano was here, Yelovitz would have a lot less possession time with those two going at each other.
I know Adriano likes to poke at Bo and get under his skin. And
ball off the boards, nice lead for Peruzzi.
I think those two would be having a battle.
Yeah, no question. Gonzalez can't run it down. Pereira right there. Rally with the back heel, and here comes Jawan out of his own end.
Peruzzi's got space, but Momo cuts it off. Nice job by Momo there, as Peruzzi was just trailing that run, nice and patient, waiting to get a shot.
Peruzzi comes off, and Gama comes back on for the Blast. Cut to the corner for Dantas. Vinny, one-on-one. This time Utica City doesn't double team. Now face the goal, working on Toby. Down the wing, Toby blocks it, goes into the crowd. It'll be a corner for the Blast.
So we'll see Vinny up top, Tony directing traffic.
Jawan will trigger this in from the far side. Two-man wall, Callahan and Bordeaux. Flick for Donatelli. Cuts it back, shoots, blocked. Gama can't get it.
That's 3 lines.
3 lines. We'll get a restart from the yellow for the Black.
And look who's coming on the field. Daniel Peruzzi.
Can they change? They can't change.
They can't change. Ball wasn't out.
Ball's not out of play. They can't change.
Well,
Peruzzi
they did.
By the bench.
They did. They didn't get caught.
They didn't get caught. And a goal. It goes in. Unbelievable. The Blast, a huge break there as Peruzzi comes on the floor and scores. Time of the goal, 10-15.
I don't think Danny and David are going to be happy with us calling that out.
Peruzzi into the back of that. Here's the replay.
Maybe he was on the field the whole time and we just didn't see him.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know that.
Maybe, Andrew. That's possible.
So Daniel Peruzzi picks up his second restart goal, and that'll be the official timeout.
We already had the official timeout.
Maybe they're going to talk. He just signaled an official timeout.
Get a timeout from Utica City, I think.
Okay. Pointed to himself. Maybe he was confused. Either way, what do you want to say? You want to stay? You want to go? What do you want to do here, Paul? What are we going to do?
Let's stay here.
Let's stay here. All right.
Pereira with the assist.
So
Kalu from Donatelli at 7:56. Peruzzi from Pereira at 10:15.
You're giving me that look for calling it out. I feel bad. I saw him stepping on there, and I mean the thing is, Peruzzi's so good off those, so dangerous off those restarts, but shouldn't have been on the field.
It was just crazy because he came on, and then it looked like he was coming back off again, and then he just stayed.
Stayed on the boards. Nobody said anything. So confusion there, and the Blast capitalized. And
maybe he was changing as the 3-line was happening.
Like he had already been on? Yeah, sure.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, I agree. That's what happened.
I'm just shocked that.
Well, and Ryan Hall usually is on that, so, you know, maybe that was exactly what happened and they didn't see it. Was right up against the bench, but either way, the goal counts. And the score is tied. After all this, Paul, we're back.
Back 4-4. 4:45 left in the third. Got a great one here in Baltimore.
And Andrew Hoxie
drags it through.
That's a handball.
Oh, and Hoxie misses wide. 2 minutes on Utica City, I think. Are they going to stop it? What's the call here? It's got to be a handball on Coughlin. He was out of the box.
Yeah, they called the handball, which is great, but why Blast still had possession?
Stop play until the Blast had possession. Here's the replay.
All right, here's the replay. I mean, it was a handball. We called it live.
He's outside
out.
the box right there. That's
Great
the
call.
handball. And then Hoxie shot it wide. So this should be a penalty kick for the Blast.
No, Andrew Coughlin's arguing. Watch the replay. I mean, we did watch the replay. He touched it.
Clearly out of the box.
Saw it live, buddy. I mean, it's a great play. He was going to give up the goal if he wasn't.
Right.
But then I don't understand if they called advantage, then the Blast should have kept going. Right. Well, then why did they stop? The Blast had. All right, so it looks like Dantas or Donatelli.
Not a penalty kick, it's going to be a shootout.
Shootout. Donatelli, Andrew doesn't get it.
If Donatelli does not score here, the Blast will go on a 2-minute power play. Bordeaux's cheating already inside the midfield stripe.
They all have to be outside, right?
I think.
They have to be inside the circle and the Blast have to be outside.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Now the question becomes, when do they start? Remember we ran into the situation last year where they all started quickly.
Why do they have 5 guys on the field? There we go. We're square now, I think. And it will be Tim Goldman who will serve the penalty for Coughlin.
So the first time we've seen Tim Goldman step on the field was to run in the box.
Here we go. Comes Donatelli. Shot off the post. Wow. 2-minute power play for the Blast. Oh, so many opportunities tonight for the Blast.
Did we hear the gong? We got to get a gong going.
Did they forget to hit the gong?
It's a power play gong as there's the ball across from Dantas. Hoxie couldn't find it.
Oh, there's a goal. Too easy there as Dantas finds Hoxie in the box for the goal. First lead of the night for the Blast.
I don't know who they're going to give it to. We'll see on the play if it was going to sneak in. It's Hoxie.
Yeah, it's absolutely
Hoxie got in there, okay. So it looked like Hoxie and Dantas beat with the shot, and Hoxie just kind of knocked it in. Capitalization, and it's nice to see Hoxie here after you earned that power play. Go get it, and they'll run over to the corner.
So 48 seconds after the Blast tie it, they take the lead 5-4 on the power play goal.
There it is, the first power play goal. They didn't even get to ring the gong. They're doing the announcement for the gong, and they scored too quick. We are gongless in Baltimore, but the Blast are up 5-4 here.
I thought they were going to hit the gong when the guy went to the box.
Paul, there's always got to be room for improvement next week. That's why we got to play.
Steal here, 3-on-2. Thomas gets pushed from behind. That's going to be a blue
card. There it is again.
No choice there. Thomas towards goal gets taken down and pushed from behind.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we're home announcers, but I mean that's clearly he's beat. He's chasing from behind. He gets in front and he knocks him down.
And Momo pushes him in the back.
I mean, that's got to be the call.
Could you argue last man to the goal?
No, I think there was another defender there coming up on it, and I think there was somebody back. I don't think it's a shot. I think it's great.
Straight power play.
All right, come on. Let's get this gong going. Peruzzi back to Mello. Mello to Donatelli. Donatelli with the shot.
Oh, good block there by Bordeaux. Peruzzi down the wing, comes through. Oh, big time header from Dantas, saved by Coughlin. Nice play.
Coughlin's been playing out of his mind.
There's the goal.
Revitalized game day experience here in Baltimore. Everybody having fun.
Mello for Donatelli. 1:15 left on the power play. Hoxie with a drive, that's blocked. Donatelli runs on, that's blocked. Ball stays in play, Donatelli runs it down.
Tony wants to know what he's got to do to get a goal here.
Oh, flicked by Hoxie, but Coughlin reads that and gobbles it up with 55 left on the power play.
Smart play by Coughlin to hold it for as long as he could.
You don't really rag much time in this arena.
That's why it's important to hold that. That extra second there can help. The Blast down to 44 seconds on the power play.
Dantas wide open on the far post.
Peruzzi now steps on. Can he get a shot off? He's got space on the far side if they can work the ball over to him.
This would be a big kill for Utica City if they can wipe off this last 30. A quick back heel by Dantas and a goal. Slick little play there from the top of the box. It's 6-4 Blast.
They cannot work off the power plays. The patience pays off for the Blast. 6-4 on the run. And a couple mistakes by Utica City, and the Blast capitalized. Here we see the movement, patience, and Vinny Dantas.
Yeah, field level, wow.
And Andrew Hoxie's on that far post, ready to capitalize if it doesn't go on net. As you see Mello and Dantas with the celebration. Pass across, Peruzzi picks up the assist. That's a goal and an assist for Daniel Peruzzi now. In his first game back from the ACL tear.
A big third quarter for the Blast. 4 goals here in the third. They turn a 2-goal deficit into a 2-goal lead. And the Blast have all the momentum right now. Steele, Segura with a shot into the net.
And that's how quickly you can turn. That shot's on target, and his goal comes back. I mean, you know, just like the Blast weren't out of it down 2 at halftime, the Blast are not, running away with it up 2 now.
Well, I mean, if you're Utica City, you just have to keep your composure, keep playing your game, and wait for your chances, and you can get right back in this.
Well, the thing we haven't talked about is these two teams are going to play again on Sunday.
In Utica City.
Yeah, you got to keep that, in mind as this game's going to have a quick turnaround. Is here Diesel with a break.
Diesel that goes off of Schindler. We'll get a corner here for the Blast.
Great job by Mike to earn that corner kick.
1:29 left in the third. 2-man wall for Utica City. Here's Pereira. Leaves it back for Kalu. Didn't hit it well enough. Raymond makes the steal, but misses Yelovich and forces him to go backwards.
Look at Jeremy Raley just running man-to-man with Yelovich now all over the field. Wherever he's going, he's right next to him. And coincidentally, he hasn't gotten much done since the Blast made this switch.
Coughlin to the corner. Here's Yelovich now on Raley. Double team from Kalu, and Toby's forced back to the midfield. 1 minute to play, third quarter.
Drop by Jeremy Raley to neutralize the best option that the Utica City offense had in the first half.
Here comes NDI double team. They force it away from Yelovich. Yelovich yells at the official. Probably said something in Serbian. Here, oh, nice ball for Kalu in front. Oh, big save by Coughlin. Denies Kalu. It could have been 7-4.
It could be 9-4 with just the spectacular saves that Coughlin's made so far tonight. He is the difference in this game. He's been playing out of his mind, flying all over the place. Offensively, he's been a good distributor as we see him come up towards midfield.
He's got an assist tonight.
Yeah, he's played fantastic tonight.
Gonzalez on Raley. 15 left in the quarter. Toby for Callahan. Goes around Pereira. Steal by, got him a little chip, and that goes wide and run down by Coughlin. 5 seconds to go. Coughlin to the corner. 2 seconds. 1 second. And that'll do it here in the third quarter. Big quarter for the Blast. Kalu, Peruzzi, Hoxie, Dantas. 4 goals. It's 6-4 Blast after 3. Back with the fourth quarter after the break. You're watching Blast Soccer on NBC Sports Washington. All right, welcome back to Baltimore. Blast lead at 6-4 after 3 quarters of play. Kalu, Peruzzi, Hoxie, and Dantas with the goals in the third quarter. Hoxie and Dantas on the power play. Blast with a 2-goal lead here to start the fourth. The MASL podcast returns with the 2019-2020 season. Join us as we talk to players, officials, and coaches from across the league. Take you behind the scenes of the MASL. Check out maslsoccer.com. Listen to past episodes and subscribe to the official MASL podcast on Apple Podcasts.
So we have an official podcast, an unofficial podcast. We have Soccer Sam show.
Soccer Sam
There's
tomorrow
a lot.
morning. Soccer
Yeah.
Sam tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Kick this. iHeartRadio. Make sure you check that out as well.
Now, I'm very interested to see how is that podcast going to change. And knowing him, it's not. But how is that
With him
podcast
being
now? He's back in the league,
back in the league,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's
That's
an
not
owner.
Come on.
But
it's
it's
not
Soccer
gonna
Sam.
change.
It's not going to
Soccer
change.
Sam
Yeah.
tells it like it is. Doesn't matter.
Yep, absolutely. And how exciting is that? Rochester back. It's fantastic for the league. Glad to see them back. Jamie Thomas way too early there. Yeah. Jamie was almost by the yellow line by the time that was kicked.
He's not just that fast.
Oh, it was it was a CFL. You know when they're running
Ready
towards the line of
start?
scrimmage?
I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, it was good. It's just he was 5 yards downfield.
All right. I'll do it again. We'll have to reset the clock, right?
Yeah, we waiting? New clock operator tonight.
Does he know how to put it back to
15? I
15?
don't know. We're going to find out. Maybe he just has to wait 4 seconds to start it.
I don't know.
There it is. Look at that. Yeah.
Now we do it again.
All right. Jamie not as fast down the field without his 5-yard head start.
And that's the play now in this arena. Is just kick it down the field.
Yeah.
Utica City looking to get back in this one.
It's funny, the youth soccer team that I coach, it's smaller fields, like, you know, the outdoor team, the girls playing out there in a smaller team. And, you know, the touch is not great at the U8 level. So one of the coaches came up with the idea they were just going to start shooting off the restart. Why not?
Why not? Handball called on Thomas. Utica City just missed wide.
Now Utica City's subbing.
Did I miss a roll change?
Maybe that changed. Yeah, maybe we did, because Utica City definitely just changed, and the ball did not go out of bounds.
Apologize if I missed that rule change.
Yeah, I mean, that's not been the case. But
all right, Gonzalez here, 3-man wall for the Blast. Callahan shot. Oh, good save by Vanzella. Quick distribution as well. Here's Mello, cross to the box, Dantas. Can't drag it through, and the foul called on Dantas.
what?
Wow.
I mean, it was a great defensive play, Utica City there, but I'm really not sure what the foul was called on Vinny.
All right, here's Coughlin now, crosses the yellow line. Fourth quarter, so goalkeepers can come across midfield. There's a quick shot. Yelovitz goes down. You've got to be kidding me.
Yelovitz has been calling for it all game since he got called for that early. And the official from way downtown sees that one, overruling the official 3 feet away from it. And this is a dangerous restart opportunity as Gonzalez is going to have maybe 2 feet away from the last chance he had.
And now just a 2-man wall for the Blast.
And remember,
Toby on the far post, now 3-man. Touch it to the corner, Yelovitz off the glass. Dantas clears. Oh, here's Peruzzi 2-on-1.
Nice play by Callahan.
Callahan runs through, but Peruzzi right back on it. Dantas back for Donatelli. 1.5 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Blast lead by 2. Changes for the Blast. Diesel on the floor. Rayleigh on defensively. Pereira steps on. Pereira by Callahan. Drive off the boards. That's saved by Callahan. Can't corral it. Shot blocked away. Nice job by Toby to keep that out of the net. Peruzzi kicks it into the crowd. We got to be alive in the crowd.
Ooh.
Peruzzi trying to go off the boards there, and he was a little bit too high, and he almost drilled somebody in the the top row of the lower deck.
That young lady sitting on her phone, not either Snapchatting, FaceTiming, something up there, and man, she was about 2 inches away from not having a good end of her night.
She was almost Snapchatting a broken jaw.
Woo!
Foul here on the Blast.
Gama picks it up.
Juan Gama with the foul.
Oh, and then look at this. It's going to be placed right inside the yellow line.
It's a good call. That's where it was.
Okay.
Gonzalez heads it into the crowd. See, it's either a free kick. It's going to be a free kick for the Blast. It's outside the red flag. Hit the Hall of Fame banner, so it'll be a free kick here for the Blast.
Good job by the official there to see that.
Quick flick. NDI gets pushed in the back. They don't call that foul. Wow. Momo. Tally on that far side. Now, Gama pressures Toby. Coughlin forced to bring it over the yellow. Gonzalez far side. Bad touch. Kalu steals. To the corner, Rayleigh. He steps in on Momo. Rayleigh swings it. Ball loose. Oh, and Segura with a nifty play and a goal. Wow, the skill there by Segura as he just turns and flicks it under the bar to get Utica City back within one.
Hat trick here from the newcomer. Comes from San Diego, steps in. First time playing on this field, I believe, and he gets it across. And like you said, Paul, I mean, just dekes out Juan Pereira. William Vanzella goes to the ground, and then he buries it top shelf. What a beautiful play. And the hat trick from the newly acquired Segura. And this is a quiet Baltimore Arena right now, SECU Arena.
Schindler clears. Vanzella waves off Diesel. Mello goes to the turf. Late whistle and a foul called on Roberts. Time of that Segura goal was 2:44.
Guess what? Yelovec is talking to one of the Blast players. They're arguing. I'm shocked. Look at that shot.
I think Coughlin was in good position. It just went wide. Ball goes out of play off of the Blast. So the deflection off of Diesel.
Now we'll see Diesel back on Yelovitz as Rayleigh's on the bench. They took advantage of this matchup early.
Roberts drags it to the the far side. Callahan shot, that's wide. Yelovitz runs it down. See that Schindler on this near side. Marked by Thomas. Jamie's really done a nice job in the midfield creating turnovers. Here's Yelovitz, loses Diesel, and he drives it across the arena into the crowd. Free kick for the Blast. Wholesale changes for both teams. Kalu back for his keeper. As we near the 4-minute mark played here. Dangerous play, Vanzella turns it over. Quick shot, Vanzella covers and makes the save.
Second turnover from William in dangerous territory. This one he stops from being a goal.
Dantas tried to flick it forward now. Chance for Utica City. Roberts falls down, or Toby falls down, no call. Good call there by the official, he just went down. Pereira goes down. Good play by Vitali there to tackle it away, and possession Utica City.
Two good no calls, my opinion.
I mean, Darren Toby just ran down the field and fell down.
Well, what it made it look bad was Vinny lifting that arm up to go over top.
I understand, but
and that's
he just
the
felt
appearance.
Vinny from behind and just fell down.
Yep.
I mean, that's what Yelovitz did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Raymond plays it back for Coughlin now. Utica City looking for the equalizer. Pereira chests it back for Vanzella. 5 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Bordeaux heads it into the Blast side. Diesel, nifty footwork by William. And
living dangerously
out
back
comes
there.
Diesel, that's a dangerous play.
Look at this pass though.
Mello off the boards, here comes Diesel with a drive, that's just wide. I think it hit the corner of the post.
I couldn't even tell. Coughlin reached a hand out. Did he get it?
No,
or?
I think it hit the post because it went directly, made a left turn right along the board. He had to hit the post there. Oh, good target by Hoxie. He's taken down, and foul called on Hoxie.
He's taken down by himself, I guess.
Let's see the replay
Let's see
here.
the replay.
Oh, I think
I guess
Hoxie
the
got the
slide?
elbow up. No, I think he got the elbow up.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call the elbow.
Gotcha.
Hoxie steals it away. Hoxie gets tripped up. Foul called on Roberts.
It's too quick on Roberts here.
That's a good foul by Roberts, though, because Blast had a 3-on-2.
I feel like it hurts Hoxie more when he gets tripped and goes down because it's such a far distance to fall. It's like it's worse for him. You know, he's falling from an extreme height.
Interesting point. He's got that mustache to protect him.
Upper lip always padded. Turnover here. Mello will get called for a handball.
Gets pushed in the back by Callahan. I don't know.
Liam and Mello get into it on the bench, and there was a warning.
Yeah,
Embellishment warning?
Warning on Mello for delay of game. Encroachment. For not letting the restart happen. I think that's why Callahan pushed him in the back. Yelovitz on the far side.
Diesel in the
kicks it
matchup.
away. Oh, nifty footwork by Yelovitz. Double team though, and
Wow.
foul called on the Blast.
This is the third restart now, and Gonzalez steps on, so they are not calling that now at this point, whether that's a rule change or just not being enforced tonight. Gonzalez now will have his third opportunity to preside over a kick from almost the exact same spot.
Three-man wall for the Blast.
Right into the wall for Gonzalez, so 0 for 3 from that spot for him.
And Gonzalez was hoping they would part ways, and nice job by the Blast to stand in and take it. Yelovitz gets stepped on. Thomas called for the foul. Now Yelovitz goes at Thomas, and the official steps right in. NDI right in there too.
Every game with him, every game. Now NDI needs to be smarter, and a good job by William Vanzella. Doesn't involve him, but Bo Yelovitz every game. His foot seems to be okay though, as he runs around chasing people. He healed quickly there.
Yelovitz definitely the aggressor there. The officials are talking. We'll see if anything comes out of this.
Well, I mean, they called a foul for Jamie Thomas stepping on his foot.
Correct. I think they were just trying to figure out where to put the ball.
Well, thank God Bo's all right. Glad to see him. Worried there.
Gonzalez just kicks it into the wall again. I get it why he did it, but I don't know how productive that is. I guess it's productive if they move out of the way next time. Segura. Yelovitz gets called there for the push in the back.
He pulled him back down, and how many times is he going to be allowed to scream here? Where's the...
Yeah, why don't you go down and ask Bo what he wants us to call him?
Yeah,
Momo, shot off the
Wow.
post. Almost curled that back in.
A movement on that one.
Thomas steps in front. Thomas gets pushed off the ball. This has to be a foul, right? Schindler's arguing. Yelovitz is arguing. Boy, the physicality really rested it up a bit here in this game, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was a clean start early on. We didn't have any penalties in the first half. Maybe one that could have been called.
Oh, Dantas is denied by Schindler. Foul called here, obstruction on Schindler. He just body blocked Dantas to the ground.
Ferrero will come in.
They called on Vitali.
Peruzzi's up high on the yellow line. Got to keep an eye on him. 2 goals off the reset so far today. Diesel working across. No, he takes the shot himself.
Time out on the floor. We'll take one, too. 7:31 left in the game. It's a good one here in Baltimore. Blast 6, Utica City 5. Back with the rest of the game here on NBC Sports Washington.
There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win. Win.
What are we waiting for?
No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Campbell.
Uh-huh.
What kind of power you got?
Oh, man, you know I got some soul power.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore. This could be the greatest night of our lives.
We shut them down because we can.
They don't know your heart.
On this team, we fight for that inch.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's go.
Coughlin trying to make a decision, plays for Callahan. Raymond gives it away. Mello, he gives it away. 3-on-2, Gonzalez.
Cordell had some space, couldn't find him.
Well, Utica looks a little out of sorts right now. Settle for Callahan. See if they get Yelovitz back on the floor. No, Momo comes off. Or Momo comes onto the floor. And Segura steps on now. 6:12 left in the fourth. Segura for Gonzalez. He turns. Good D by Raley, and it's ball to the boards. Peruzzi heads it forward. Schindler on his foot. Oh, look at this. Goal for Roberts. He got behind the defense. Diesel lost track, and Raley lost track of Roberts. He snuck back behind the defense, and he ties it at 6 with 5:55 left.
Well, beautiful job by Utica City playing the ball back and forth with their head. Schindler was able to work it down, and what a finish from Logan Roberts as he used the back heel to flip it up over top. And as you said, Paul, you can't let him be down that far. And here we are, 6-6, 6 minutes left.
There you go, what a game, what a game. 2 goals in the fourth for Utica City to tie this. And who?
Well, 2 teams have had 2-goal leads.
Dangerous play.
And both of them negated. And it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter and the
Bordeaux
last
loses
5
the handle.
minutes.
NDI stays on the ball.
Scott Pereira, if he can find him.
Touches in the corner, good tackle there. Donatelli runs on. Swings it far side, Kalu. 5:30 left. Donatelli playing that defender spot now. Corner for NDI. NDI back for Donatelli. Forced back by Schindler. Pereira now. Far side. Doesn't take on his defender, Segura. Instead goes back for Donatelli. Pereira to the midfield. Quick touch back for Donatelli. Now to the corner for NDI. Good setup there by the Blast. NDI gets it away from the double team. Plays it back for Donatelli. Andrews headed down to the field for post-game. As the Blast control. 4:30 left in this one, tied at 6. There's Mello. Probes the Utica City defense. Now plays it to the corner for Donatelli, or for Dantas. Back out for Diesel. Nice job there by Vinny to move it away from the double team. Dantas has it again. Quick turn, that's blocked. Dantas battles Momo. Foul called on Dantas. Free kick for Utica City with 4:04 left. Well, Utica City led for most of the first half, led for all of the first half, tied 2-2, but Blast came back with 4 third-quarter goals. Nice job by Utica City here in the fourth to answer. Tied at 6 with under 4 to play. Gonzalez turns, that's blocked. Callahan drives it into the upper deck. Goalkeeper distribution for William Vanzella. Vanzella surveys the field, finds Pereira, now kicked out of play by Schindler. That's procedure. And we'll get a restart top of the arc. Defensive clearance there for Utica City. On the defensive clearance, top of the arc restart for the Blast. Pereira and Mello will preside with Peruzzi to their left. A lot of firepower on the field for the Blast. Peruzzi shot it! Oh! Daniel Peruzzi, the hat trick, and a 7-6 Blast lead.
Well, Daniel Peruzzi comes back, 3 goals, a hat trick, all 3 of them on restart opportunities.
Time of the goal, 11-19. Well, great job by Peruzzi there to finish with the right. Coughlin got a piece, but not enough as it ended up in the far corner. Blast back on top by a goal. And we'll watch Ryan Hall's strategy here. 3:39 left. We'll see how long. If Utica City can't find the equalizer, how long will Ryan Hall wait to pull his keeper for the 6th attacker? That's true. Roberts for Darren Toby.
Andrew Hawkins staying the game in that power forward for a point forward position. He's been playing a lot of defense up high. Doing a really good job of that tonight, and he'll stay in. And this defensive minded as the Blast trying to shut it down. And look at Kalu matched up.
Kalu on Yelovitz.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff there in the pressure situation. 2 minutes left. Taking on the big forward.
A good ball here. Bordeaux cuts it back. Toby loses the handle. Hoxie runs it down. Hoxie with a great ball up ahead. Here's Kalu on a run. Kalu far side, crosses to the box. Coughlin scoops that up. Blast have to get back defensively. Pereira was on the far post.
And if that ball wasn't touched, I think that ball finds Pereira in the far post. What a beautiful run there by Juwan. And how about that ball from Andrew Hawkins to find Kalu in the far board?
2:10 left. Schindler looking for the entry. Finds Vitali on the near side. Pressured by Pereira. 2:05 left. Great opener here between the Blast and Utica City.
So Utica City will call timeout the next time they get the ball.
Gonzalez nearly gave it away. NDI can't get the steal. Great play by Segura there to keep it alive.
So they're just waiting to get possession, either bounds or back to the goalie, and they'll call a timeout. And he'll let it go back.
Oh, well, here's a great opportunity. Free kick at the yellow line. Restart Coughlin comes off. Timeout, Utica City. Coughlin calls timeout. 1:37 left. Utica City restarts. See what they come up with here. Got to figure that Yelovitz and Segura will be on the field. We'll see what the Blast come out with defensively. Blast and Utica City will go back to New York and will play on Sunday. Next Blast home game is December the 7th. Blast have a challenging opening schedule. They have only 3 home games before the first of the year. 2 of them against this Utica City team. They go on the road in late December at Florida, at Orlando, Rochester, and then at Utica City. And then come home on January 4th to face Florida. Some really good home matchups this year for the Blast. January, they play Sonora on the 19th. They play San Diego on the 25th of January. Drive by Callahan, save. Donatelli with a smart clear. Pereira wins the battle in front. Shot by Mello, goal! Mello beats the 6th attacker, and with 1:24 left, the Blast take a 2-goal lead. .13:36 the time of the goal. Great pass there. Now watch the drag here as Mello drags it to his right foot and then finishes. Oh. That's Pereira's 2nd assist of the game. Segura stays on as the 6th attacker. 1:24 left. Plenty of time left in this game. 8-6 Blast lead. I don't know, Andrew, what's the holdup now? Oh. Blast are pressuring. Segura really having a tough time with it. Finally, able to find Schindler. Good move here in front. Ball is a goal. Schindler drives through with 1:04 left and scores. Nice job there by Utica City to get back within a goal. Oh. You see Schindler just uses the muscle to go through everyone. Last kick it to the corner. Callahan. Plenty of time. Here we go. Callahan. Segura. 35 left. I think sometimes teams get lulled into a sense of plenty of time here, and there's no sense of urgency. And right now, with 30 seconds left, here's Yelovitz. Still no shots on goal. Callahan, his drive goes up over the bar. With 20 seconds left, Blast will try and throw it down the field and rag as much time as they can. Vanzella lofts it to the corner. 10 seconds left. Hoxie keeps it alive. 7 seconds left. Thomas has it. 5 seconds left. Thomas ragging more time. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. That'll do it. Blast, hold on. And the Blast win it by a final of 8-7. What a game. Back and forth. Utica City led this one 4-2 at the half. They controlled play in the first half. The Blast came out in the third with 4 goals. Utica City would answer back to tie it at 6. And the Blast would hold on and win it 8-7 is the final. Daniel Peruzzi returns from injury in his first game back here in 2019 and scores the hat trick for the Blast. An outstanding start as well for Christian Segura for Utica City. Segura with the hat trick for Utica City. Goal in the first quarter, goal in the second quarter, and then Segura brought it to 6-5 in the fourth as well. Just an outstanding effort by Andrew Coughlin and William Vanzella in goal. The Blast get in the win column in game number 1 at home here with an 8-7 win. And guess what? The best part about it is these two teams go back up, get on a bus, and they both go to New York, and they'll face off against each other on Sunday in Utica City.